Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome, my friends, to today's top deck for Standard, where we are playing a top 25. This one is Ray of Enfeeblement, Gruul Adventures. So, really Jund adventures. We're going to talk about this here in a second. Very slick list, being very, very prominent right now and popular in the meta. Croaky's first made this popular. This one, and nice finish, is by our friend Insanity. So congratulations, Insanity, on hitting the top 25 with this deck. I'm very excited about it here today to cover it, and we'll dig into it a little bit more here in a second. But appreciate everyone tuning in. Flip me a like if you enjoy the video. You can go down below and find the deck list in the description. If you got questions, if you got comments, you can let me know as well. Would love to hear from you what you think. And in the description, you'll find the Discord server information and the timestamps where I will cover the strategy objective of this list. We'll break down the sideboard for you in best of 3. We'll play that competitive Magic in both best of 1 and best of 3 here today, off the back of a fun MQ weekend. And then last but not least, we'll do a little bit of a retrospective and talk about where this might sit in the meta, my friends. So again, very excited about what we have going on here. Appreciate your support as always. Lots of great things here on the channel. Great ways to stay connected down below and support as well. So thank you. And additionally, shout out to all the YouTube members and patrons. Thank you so much as always. So let's go ahead here. Top 25 Gruul Adventures, Jund Adventures, whatever you want to call it, making waves here today. So biggest thing here is best of 1. We aren't taking advantage of Ray of Enfeeblement. You certainly could pull that in, but this is your traditional kind of Gruul adventure list. Magda Gruul traditionally, but now again getting recharacterized as, or archetype dies, or archetype, not really a word, archetype of Gruul Adventures. So big pieces there. We picked up Ranger class here as well, a new one, but everything else has been pretty steady Eddie since the last piece. Now again, we've got Den of the Bugbear also being new, Lair of the Hydra being new, but here's the other kicker that we talked about with the Ray of Enfeeblement, giving us access to black, or essentially Jund. So this is what we have going on here. It's really a mid-range type deck. It is fast, it is furious, it does pack a punch, and it hits hard. Lots of core mechanics here in terms of ramp, draw, and everything else that you can imagine here today, my friends. So that's the main board strategy objective of the list. We're going to go ahead now and talk about the sideboard over here, and break it down for you in 3 ways: aggro, mid-range, and late game. Oop, I just did that. My bad. Anyway, with that said, what we have going on here is Ray of Enfeeblements being the big one, red cat melee. Also, the biggest piece here is this gives you a nice strap for Winota. You can get -4/-4 against white. And again, anything else white, so mono white, aggro, it's also going to do work on. So key pieces there. Red Cat Melee helps you with Winota, but also gets the gold spans off. You got Ox Vagonuses here. Those are for the rogue decks. Additionally, we got Burning Hands. Great against Mirror Green, all that fun jazz. Mono Green, aggro, or Stompy as well. Mass Vandal. And then Clythos, God of the Destinies, can get you to your graveyard. So quickly here, in terms of aggro, we got mono red, we got mono white, we got Boros, Naya, Winota, Gruul as well in the space. Things to think about here again: Ray of Enfeeblement, Red Cat Melee, Burning Hands, potentially Mass Vandal, depending on what you're playing. Then as we move out of that, we get to the mid-range. Again, similar straddling kind of Winota decks as well as Gruul. Here we also got Is It Dragons. We also have all of the sacrifice decks from Mardu all the way to Rakdos, Jund, and Golgari, past Witherbloom, those kinds of things there in that space, and also other kind of big creature type mid-range decks, Lesnia counter type things there too. Here again, you begin to think about Ray of Enfeeblement, potentially some of these other things. Again, if they begin to play graveyard with some of the sacrifice decks, get Clythos in there or rogues, those are going to be some big ones there for you. Then as we get to late game here are the ultimatum decks: Teamer, Sultai. We have Azorus, we got Blink decks in this space. We also have Dimmer Control, those kinds of things as well, my friends, and any of the Doom decks. Don't see too many of those floating around, but again, something to consider. Mass Vandal might be something. Clythos again. Additionally, if you got to worry about creatures, or some creatures, you can do some form of that. Other than that, this main board's going to be good to go. So that's the strategy objectives list. We covered your boarding for best of 3. Let's go ahead now and play that competitive Magic here with our Gruul Adventures deck, upgrade with Ray of Enfeeblement. All right. Standard ranked. We'll go play that best of 1. Again, Is It Control was the last one that we did today. Ray of Enfeeblement. Yeah, like I said, unfortunately my day 2 did not go well, so we didn't do a video. it wasn't that good, so you didn't want to watch me get real bad hands and be on the play, or sorry, turn every time. All right, here we go. Opponent's going first. Do we keep? Do we got green? We got green. That's all I need. We'll go for it. Bar it is. So we'll start with Jaspero. So now here's why you want the Ray of Enfeeblement. Ooh, there we go. Could play that. Don't need to. Depending on what they play, we can either drop the Chariot, we could play Magda. We got a few choices here. Life gain. We are gonna need to do some damage fast. This is a good one for us. Now we can cleave. We could have attacked in there, but now we can cleave if we want. We'll see what our friends play. Got this. We can play our friend here. We could certainly do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This gives us a 6. I'm actually going to put it on Magda. Just to keep it alive. Now we can do this. If we go 3. It's a lot of damage. We can pull with the Aggro War. We are good. Very, very nice there against mono white. Not bad to start our day out in standard. All right. On to the next one here. Great way to support the channel. Merch. Swag. All cool things down below in the description. All right, we got Timmy. I've played Timmy. We can keep this. It's gonna be a little slow, but we'll keep it. Ooh. Rogues, maybe? I don't know. Golgari. Ooh. A stack. Maybe. If they don't take Magda, which is great. Be in a good spot. Gold span next. Hopefully. We'll see what they got. Even. Control. Ooh. Onyx.
Welcome to Witherbloom College, class. It was going to die eventually anyway. My motivation's withered.
We'll put it on Azeka's next, maybe, depending on what they play. If they get my gold span, we'll be in a bad spot. Skewed Swarm. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. So we can get Shatter Skull in. Is what we need. Not bad. Let's go for 6. All right. Do we get through is the question. We have lethal on the board. Wonder why we would have blocked anyway. I threw it 1, 2, 3, sweet box, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. There we go. I had to attack it with everything, and we're good. Oh boy. All right. Third and final match. So Golgari discard there with Tergrid. Not bad. Mono white, life gain, Golgari. Let's see what we get next. Opponent goes first. We can keep this. Uh-oh. Mono red. Oh, we're good. They were not happy. They were not happy, my friends, about that at all. Mono red is dead. All right, on to our best of 3 portion of today's video. Traditional, standard, ranked. We did it as a control today. Ray, Gruul Adventures, also known as Jund. Ray of Enfeeblement. All right, Vortex Nerd it is. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, we'll keep this. I see your lair. I'll raise you a lair. And a Lovestruck Beast. So best of 1, we did go 3-0. Boom. Good way to play. All right. Ooh, Ranger class. Ranger class. So both green. Oh, no, double red. It's kind of funny. So certainly Naya, Winota here. Lotus Cobra gives him enough too on that. So here's where we'll play Ray of Enfeeblement. Now, if we get a land, we can get Gold Span on. Ooh, there's the class. So here's where you can bring in the Mass Vandal too. Because that will take that off as well. Let us do a few things here. That is where we auto tapped wrong, which could ruin us the game. Should have manually tapped, so that is a problem with these lands. Always. It was a big mistake. We're on a 2-turn clock though here, which is a problem. They were not. If we would have got Magda on, we could have been in a slightly better spot. Could have had Gold Span. We'll go to the next one. We'll get our Ray of Enfeeblements in here. And we'll also get our Red Cat Melees. Crowan War's still good here. This is good. Obviously, Embercleave's a house, but we don't actually need it to win this matchup. I'm gonna keep these. Put down on Zekas. I still like Ranger. There, we'll do that. Now, this will get interesting. Vortex Nerd. There's our Ray. Only need one. Again, could have brought Mass Vandal in to take care of that sideboard. actually strap this thing. That screws their mana base very, very heavily. We'll keep that for now. We can go a second red. Oh, we're not going to do that again. All right. Crushed it. Absolutely crushed. So we'll keep that. Not bad. Strap. We made all the right plays. We saw the lands. Vortex nerd. I can keep this. No triggers. Don't want to give him that, do we? We'll wait. There we go. We could go up one more. Oof. Oof. Oh. That's gonna start hurting too. If they leave it wide open, we have game. They'll have enough with the rat. So unfortunate, so unfortunate. Oh, terrible way to go down, particularly when this is Winota deck. So we were so close. We had problems with the mana base there, but it happens. So couldn't get it going. We got locked out. If we would have got that draw going, it probably could have killed that guy earlier, but I wanted to save on some of those burns. But it happens. So let's go ahead and check out our deck. Again, Gruul Adventure, Ray of Enfeeblement. So close there. Top 25. Again, being a very popular deck. Now, we crushed best of one. Absolutely crushed it. We went 3-0. Best of 3, we did go 1 and 2. We almost had it, but almost does not count. Second is not first. So with that, Planeswalkers, where does this sit in the meta? I think it's certainly a strong deck right now. Probably best of 1, top of tier 2, maybe tier 1. We'll see. In best of 3, probably similar. In terms of where it's going. I know this deck's running pretty hot and heavy right now, and looking really well. So with that, Planeswalkers, if you have questions, if you have comments, let me know down below. Deck list is there for you in the description, along with the Discord server information and great ways to support the channel and stay connected, because we have a lot of things here for you. We got more top decks, standard 2022, historic, we got jank, tier lists, and Friday night meta, my friends, and a host of things on the website that you can certainly check out as well. So close, but not good enough here today. So, or at least in terms of closing our best of 3 match. Otherwise, it was awesome. So it's always awesome. But with that said, you stay safe, Planeswalkers. We'll see you again soon. Until next time, Mythras out.